Look at this, Dodgers great. Kirk Gibson, now D-backs coach, reenacting his famous fist pump from the '88 World Series. Didn't help here. Manny Ramirez getting a big ovation in the first inning, and look at Manny being Manny. First pitch, say goodbye. Dodgers up 2-0 just like that. Number 21 on the season for Manny Ramirez. First Dodger home run, 511 in his career. Ties now Mel Ott for 22nd all time. And Manny said his first jersey was a Dodger uniform. Look at him get all the love from the crowd. Bottom second, it's the other new guy. Casey Blake, 8th game as a Dodger. Goodbye. Takes it out to left. 12th of the season, his first home run as a Dodger. Dodgers up now 3-0. Bottom 6, Dodgers up 3-1. Manny Ramirez at first. James Loney through the right side. Look at Manny hustling from first to third. What's the stop clock say on that? Loney would be tagged out and run down between first and second. Next batter, it's Jeff Kent. The base knock, and Ramirez comes in. Dodgers up now 4-1. In the 8th, same score. Men on the corners, Hong-Chi Kuo to face Stephen Drew, and Kuo getting Drew swinging. Next batter, it's the O-Dog, Orlando Hudson, facing off against Kuo, and Kuo will win this one. 6-4 force play to end the threat. Dodgers looking good, feeling good. 9th inning now. Up 4-2, tying run at the dish. Chan-Ho Park in for the close, and Chris Young, 5-4 force, and that's it. Dodgers win 4-2. Ramirez 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. Manny's still getting used to Hollywood.
Half a game over the Twins, White Sox in Kansas City. Top 2, White Sox up 1-0. First pitch of the inning, Jim Thome gone. 21st of the year, number 528 for his career. It's 2-zip Chicago. Bottom 2, Sox up 3-zip. Jose Guillen to shallow center. Ken Griffey Jr. still got a little defense in him. Top play nominee. Jr. going down to get it. Now, he left the game, though, with a heat-related cramp in his right leg. It was 95 degrees, heat index 111. Ozzie Guillen said Jr. would play on Sunday. Meanwhile, Royals up 6-3. Mike Aviles lines, good defensive play there, although Ross Gload is called safe. Esteban Herman, next batters. Triples to left center. Gload and Mitch Mayer score. Royals up 8-3. KC 19 hits, their most in nearly 2 full seasons. And then Joaquin Soria, 31 of 33 in save opportunities.
Red Sox needing to win to stay 3 back of the Rays, facing the A's. John Lester has won his last 6 decisions. Last loss, May 25th against the A's. Things not starting out well for Lester. It's Emil Brown taking on the Green Monster and winning this one. 2-run shot, number 10 on the season. A's up 2-0. Lester still in the jam later in the inning. 2 on, 1 out. Carlos Gonzalez, 4-6-3 double play. Lester out of the inning, just gave up 2. Bottom of the first, 1 on. Kevin Youkilis gets the 2 runs back. Number 19 on the season, he would hit his 20th later, first time in his career with 20 home runs. We're tied at 2. Now later in the inning, what about that big city pressure? Jason Bay doesn't care. How about this? 3-run shot. First one as a Red Sox, 23rd on the season. The fans loving Bay in Boston so far. Later in the first, Jason Varitek to center. Oh, Carlos Gonzalez there. The struggles continue for Tech. Bottom 3rd now. More offense from Boston. Jed Lowry down the right field line, clears the bases. The Red Sox offense scored 6 runs in their previous 3 games. They get 12 and...
He did not start this game, though, due to a sore hand. Top 2, scoreless. Bases loaded, though, for LAFA. Jeff Mathis ground to the fielder's choice. Now Wilson Betemit playing second in place of Cano. Can't turn the double play. 2 score. The Angels take a lead. Now, the Angels, by the way, 10-1 coming in against the Yankees and Red Sox this season. As you see what happens, Gary Matthews slides hard into Betemit, causing the bad throw. Bottom 2, Betemit redeems himself. Off Jared Weaver, 2-run home run, ties it at 2. Jose Molina started behind the plate for the Pinstripes. Ivan Rodriguez got the day off. Bottom 3, Molina, base hit. Starts the inning off in style. Next up, Johnny Damon off Weaver with a base hit to right. Molina gonna hustle. Big boy scooting a little bit. He gets all the way to 3rd on the play. Did it pay off? Next up, Derek Jeter, 6-4-3. That ain't a run if Molina ain't hustling on the previous play. Molina scores. Yankees manufacturing runs. Molina, by the way, 3 for 3 on the day. Top 5, Mike Mussina had it going. He gets Jeff Mathis. Sean Figgins. Mussina retired his last 17 batters. He went 7 innings, gave up 1 run, struck out 5. 16-9 career against the Angels. Gets a little help from Alex Rodriguez in the 6th. Angels denied their 70th win of the season. The Yanks needed this one. Damian Easley. 20th home run allowed this season by Oswalt. That is by far a career high. Easley's 5th home run of the year. Meanwhile, Johan Santana, Hunter Pence. Nice little matchup here in the 4th. Santana throws a ball here with the bases loaded. Second pitch. Pence swings and misses. Then Pence fouls it off. Then Pence takes a ball. Then Pence fouls it off. Then Pence fouls it off. 7th pitch. Fouls it off. 8th pitch. Pence fouls it off. 9th pitch. Pence strikes out. 9-pitch battle. He loses to Johan Santana. Others have done that, I'm sure. Next up, Darren Erstad pops out to David Wright. Santana out of the jam. Mets up 4-1. Bottom 7, 1 out, 2 on. Stroh's down 4-1. Ty Wigginton deep to left. Dan Murphy at the wall. The great leaping catch, and he throws to second to double off Hunter Pence. Top play nominee to the 9th. Craziness. Billy Wagner in to close it out. Bases loaded. Mets up 4-2. 1 away. Jeff Blum. Bloop single. Now Mark Loretta was on third. He stumbles. He's coming home. Hunter Pence coming home. Ramon Castro crushed at the plate. He drops the ball. Both score. Again, Loretta. But watch Pence just come down hard on Loretta. 4-4 game. Castro leads. What a play. It makes you think of 23 years ago. Saturday, in fact. Carlton Fisk tags out 2 Yankees. Bobby Meacham and Bear at the plate. White Sox win the game in 11. Meanwhile, in the 10th on this night, Pedro Feliciano facing Darren Erstad. Erstad liner to left. Fernando Tatis with a diving catch, but he can't get Lance Berkman at home, and the Stros win. 5th time the Mets bullpen blows a win for Johan Santana.
Mets go down. Phillies looking to add to their lead in the NL East. Facing the Cardinals, Joe Blanton on the bump, struggling in his first 2 starts for the Phillies, but getting Joe Mather looking. And then it's Albert Pujols. Oh, freeze frame. Blanton, 7 innings, 5 Ks, 1 run. 4th inning now. Ryan Howard, 3 for 4 against Braden Looper with 3 home runs in his career. You can make it, how about 4 for 5 with 4 home runs?
He cranks one out.
The St. Louis native getting it done. Number 31 on the season for Howard. He finished 1 for 1 with 3 walks. Phillies up 2-0. 9th inning now. Cardinals down 2-1. Brad Lidge in to face Albert Pujols. We know the history. I think every time Lidge faces Pujols, we'll see it. Pujols can't get it done. That's 1 out in the inning as he grounds the short. Rick Ankiel tying run on second. 2 outs. Lidge. Feel the breeze. Lidge now. 27 for 27 in save chances. Phillies get the win. 2-1 Blanton. First win as a Philly. Marlins needed a win to stay 1.5 back of the Phils facing the Rockies. Ricky Nolasco winless in his last 4 starts. Matt Holliday going deep. Get up and get out. Solo shot. Holiday's 2nd home run of the game. 20th of the season. By the way, 6 for 8 in his career against Nolasco. Bottom 6, Josh Willingham. Off the left field scoreboard, the double scores 1. Marlins go up 5-3. Next thing, Nolasco on the bump, facing Ian Stewart. Nolasco in the zone. Yeah. Stewart window shopping. Next batter, Jeff Baker. Nolasco, 13 strikeouts in 8 innings. That tied a career high. Holliday up with a tying run on in the 9th, and he goes down. Kevin Gregg, 24th save. Marlins win 5-3.
Brewers and Braves. CC Sabathia, 4-0 in 5 starts with the Brewers entering this one. Bottom 1, it gets Jeff Francoeur swinging. Bottom 3, facing Omar Infante, gets him swinging. In the 4th, Kelly Johnson swinging. Weekly. Bottom 6, Yunel Escobar swinging. Sabathia 8 1/3, 2 earned runs, 6 hits, 9 strikeouts. But would he go 5-0? In the 7th, Jason Kendall up in a tie game. Of course, Sabathia still in line for the decision. Kendall base hit Corey Hart. Comes around to score. It's 2-1 Milwaukee. Top 8. Prince Fielder up. Prince Fielder. Oh, mama. 25th of the season. He's homered in 4 straight games, and in that stretch, he's homered 5 times. CC is 5-0 now as a Brewer with a 1.88 ERA. Highest scoring team in baseball. How about the Texas Rangers hosting Toronto? Texas winning in walk-off style on Friday. You saw Andy Hawkins' first night on the job as the new Ranger pitching coach. He watches Rod Barajas double in the 6th. Alex Rios, Lyle Overbay scores, so the Jays take a lead on Hawkins. Rangers 4-3. Next up, Scott Rowland. Rowland with 2 on. That's a double to right center, scoring Matt Stairs and Barajas. Blue Jays win the game 6-4. They snap a 3-game losing streak. Sox, they'll lose the game 9-7.
Bridgestone Invitational, Miguel Angel Jimenez, third shot on the par 4-9 from about 90 feet away. For the birdie, Jimenez 4 under for the tournament, 4 shots off the lead.
Number 8, Major League Lacrosse, Philadelphia and Boston. Now watch Kevin Cassis. Ooh, looks like he's passing it to Matt Strebel, but he keeps. The defense is completely fooled, and from 30 feet away, Cassis scores. Philadelphia wins 16-11.
Phillies the theme, Phillies Cardinals, Jason Worth. Shallow fly to right, Ryan Ludwig in the sun, somehow recovers, and then, oh, he doubles off Ryan Howard at first. Cardinals, though, go down 2-1.
Major League Soccer, DC United, the Kansas City Wizards. Mark Birch, free kick. Jaime Moreno back to the goal, heads it in past Kevin. Number 4, Jays and Rangers, Alex Rios, base hit. Josh Hamilton, frozen rope. Tell me what this guy can't do.
Wow.
I dare you. He also had 2 hits. His team loses 6-4. I mean, come on.
I wonder if there's smoke coming off the Astros will come back and win 5-4 in extras.
O's and M's, 2 outs in the 9th. Jose Lopez deep fly. Jay Payton robbing Lopez of a homer to end the game. Payton was put into the game late as a defensive replacement. Good move, Coach Trimmer.
Number 1, not a top play, but a top moment. Pro Football Hall of Fame, bringing in a new class. Art Monk, Andre Tippett, Emmett Thomas, Darryl Green, Gary Zimmerman, and Fred Dean. Congrats.
The Royals gave him a different kind of pressure. Bottom 2-2-1, Clayton Richard facing Miguel Olivo. Olivo cracking. Hits it to the wall for a double, his 17th double of the year. 2-run score. Royals take a 2-0 lead. The only hit of the game for Olivo. Actually, he had 2 hits. We'll explain why later. Bottom 5, DJ Carrasco replaces Richard. He faces Olivo with the bases loaded. Carrasco throws it high. Olivo goes down trying to avoid it. Ruled a foul tip, even though Olivo thought he was hit. The very next pitch, Carrasco going up top high again, and Olivo gets plunked, and son, it is on. Oh yeah, break it out. Bench is clear. All you need is an octagon and some gloves, and you got ultimate fighting.
Carrasco kind of got a slap upside the head there.
A little bit, but check out Olivo, turns around and punches A.J. Pierzynski. That was Olivo's second hit of the game, if you know what I'm saying. Olivo and Carrasco would be ejected. Ozzie Guillen explodes when Carrasco's ejected. Guillen starts yelling at home plate umpire Tim Timmons. Third base ump Gary Cedarstrom, the crew chief, he gets involved. Guillen's like, don't touch me. Don't, bro, get your hand off of me. He's ticked about losing Carrasco after only 1 batter. Guillen ejected, but after the game, Cedarstrom would apologize for the Carrasco ejection after reviewing it on video. Top 7, Zach Greinke facing Nick Swisher. Payback. That's what's up. Greinke ejected, total of 5 ejections. Royals win the game 14-3. Ozzie more ticked about the ejections than the actual loss.
I wonder why a guy thought we're going to hit the guy with the bases loaded with the pitch in their hands. This is my 20-something years in the big league, and I still not understand what common sense make when they make those decisions. I'm not going to bring a guy and throw 85 miles per hour to hit somebody. I guarantee you, I will bring the tail, I bring the turtle, then I will tell them to hit him. That's the way I do business.
So the Twins win, coupled with the White Sox loss, puts Minnesota on top of the AL Central for the first time since May 13th. Baseball, John Lackey coming off the near no-hitter in his last start, trying to take 3 or 4 from the Yankees. Bottom 1, 1 on, 2 outs for A-Rod. Lackey robs A-Rod of his will to hit. Alex has struck out 20 times lifetime against Lackey. Top 4, 2-on-2 out. Angels up 3-zip. Eric Ibar getting his knock on to deep right. 2-run score. 5 of the Angels' 11 hits were extra base knocks. They're up 5-0. Bottom 4, bases loaded, 1 out. Yankees still have no runs. Xavier Nady flies out to Garrett Anderson and left. That's an out. Derek Jeter tags from third. Anderson's throw is to third, where Bobby Abreu is tagged out for the third out of the inning. Home plate umpire Ed Rapuano says Jeter did not score because Abreu out at third first. Take another look at the double box of the plays. Garrett Anderson's throw to third for the out. Just before Jeter hits home, Abreu's like, my bad. And in case you have to wonder about what's going on, how about Ivan Rodriguez? Why so serious? First Yankee home run, 294th of his career. Yanks still down, though. Bottom 6, bases over for Nady. Shot in the right center. Gary Matthews and Reggie Willits, basically somebody needs to say look out. 2-run score on the play. Yankees now down 5-3. Another look, fall over each other. Lackey would get out of the inning, still up 5-4. Bottom 7, 1 out, 1 on. Same score. Abreu, half some. Singles to left center. Jeter scores. Tied at 5. Abreu making up for that bad play earlier with an RBI single. 76 RBI for the year. 3 batters later, Nady up, 2 on, 2 out. Booyah! 3-run shot. Nady 3 homers and 9 RBIs since being acquired from Pittsburgh July 26th. Top 8 now. 2 outs, bases loaded. Mark Teixeira as cool as the other side of the pillow. Grand slam. First home run as an Angel. 4th career slammy. Angels lead 9-8. Bottom 8, tied at 9. Bases loaded. 1 out for Rodriguez. Grounds to third. Sean Figgins fumbles it. Melky Cabrera scores off the fielding error. Rodriguez safe at first. Yanks up 10-9. 2 batters later. Yanks up 12-9. Nady singles to left. Pudge scores. Can I take a breath? Yankees win it 14-9. Yankees scored 10 unearned runs at home for the first time since 1940. Bananas. John Lackey. Yankees almost erased a 5-run deficit against him. It's their biggest comeback of the season. As for the Angels, their 4 errors tied a season high.
Right now, Diamondbacks and Dodgers. Manny Ramirez, first home run for the Dodgers Saturday, tying with Mel Ott on the all-time list at 511. Bottom first, base hit. Matt Kemp coming around from second base. Ramirez's 3rd RBI as a Dodger, and L.A. up 2-0 after the first. Bottom second, Manny up again with 2 outs this time. That'll be good for a double. Russell Martin coming around from first. And the Dodgers go up 5-2. Manny was just getting started, though. We move to the 5th. Dodgers up 5-3. Manny being the Manny. 436 feet. Solo shot. He ties Ernie Banks and Eddie Matthews with 512 home runs. Take another look at it. No need to run hard there. Curtain call for him. Dodgers up 6-3. Middle of the 8th, Matt Kemp says, man, let me rub on that bat, get a little bit of that mojo, and it worked. Solo home run for Kemp, his 13th. Kemp and Manny digging it. Dodgers with
Pirates and Cubbies. Carlos Zambrano 6-0 at home this season. Top 2, Pirates lead 1-zip. Brandon Moss, peace. Solo homer to center. Moss's first home run with the Pirates since the 3-team trade. Pirates up 2-zip. Bottom 4, game tied at 2. Giovanni Soto with 1 on. That dude's a fully grown-up man. Jim Edmonds scores. Cubs take the lead 3-2, trying to win their 7 in their last 8. Next batter, Carlos Zambrano. Pitcher can rake, yo. Down the right field line, Soto scores. Zambrano hitting .354 this year. Top 8, Andy LaRoche up. That's what my grandmama used to say. 2-run shot, his 3rd this season. First of the Pirate tied at 5. Bottom 8, pinch hitter Reed Johnson facing Sean Burnett. Reed crushes a 2-run shot to left. His 6th homer this season. Cubs win! Cubs win!
Cardinals trying to stay relevant in the NL Central conversation, taking on the Phillies on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. Bottom 4, Ryan Ludwig facing Brett Myers. I'll take Ludwig. Solo home run, Cardinals up 2-0. Ludwig's 27th, 4th home run in this series. Top 6, Chase Utley facing Todd Wellmeyer. That gets over for a home run. Utley's 28th, Phillies down 2-1. Top 8, tied at 2. 2 on, 2 outs for Shane Victorino. That one's not coming back either. Phillies up 5-2. Victorino with his 10th home run. But wait, there's more. Bottom 9, Phillies up 5-3. Brad Lidge in to close. Troy Gloss leading off the inning. And Troy Gloss is not ready for this one to end yet. Just fair for the solo home run. Cardinals cut the lead to 5-4. Gloss with his 19th home run of the season. Later in the inning, runners on first and third. Lidge hits Cesar Turris. Bases loaded for the Cardinals. Lidge hadn't blown a save this season for the Phillies. Next batter, Nick Stavinoa, and that'll help. The strikeout, 2 down. Next batter is Joe Mather, and Lidge got him too. 28th save for Lidge. Phillies hold on to win this one 5-4. 66 wins, as many as they had all of last year, would also give them a sweep of the Tigers. Fun began in the 9th. Tigers down 4-3. Curtis Granderson says, not anymore. Off Troy Percival, Granderson's 12th. That tied the game at 4. The rules dictate they play until someone wins, so they went to extra innings. Top 10, Miguel Cabrera leading off and teeing off. Solo shot for him, his 20th, and the Tigers go up 5-4. Bottom 10 now, Tigers up 5-4. Fernando Rodney facing Jason Bartlett. Bartlett tries to lay down the bunt, but gets hit by the pitch on his index finger. You see it a little bit better there. Splits his nail.
Stop.
Bleeding. Sean Riggins.
I don't want to hear it.
Substitutes for Bartlett. First pitch to Riggins, and he gets nailed in the chest. He said it wasn't the best way to get the runner over, but it worked. Now that is taking one for the team. Right in the chest. Riggins will be okay. 2 batters later, Carl Crawford's up with the bases loaded, and that'll get through. Willie Ibar coming around to tie the game at 5. Joe Madden said, I love the way we didn't give up. 2 batters later, bases loaded for Carlos Pena, and Rodney gives up the walk and the game. Madden called it inspirational. Troy Tulowitzki's been red hot since his return from the DL. He's hitting .447 in 12 games since then. Rockies taking on the Marlins. Top 8, runners on first and second for Tulowitzki off Joe Nelson. Ian Stewart scores. Rockies tie the game at 2. Bottom 8, same score. Mike Jacobs facing Taylor Buchholz. That is well hit. But Brad Hall says, give me that. And Jacobs has to settle for a long out. Take another look at it. Hall, just like Skip Bertman taught him at LSU. Game stays tied at 2. Top 9, same score. Seth Smith, pinch hitting in the pitcher spot. Said he left the fastball over the plate and put the barrel to it. Corey Sullivan scores from second. Colorado takes a 3-2 lead. Bottom 9, Brian Fuentes loads the bases after walking Hanley Ramirez. Josh Willingham up. Matt Holliday fights the sun, but he's able to make the catch. The Rockies come back to win it.
The day, but our producer, a guy, his nickname is Business, said, guys, just, make it 10. But what he gave us was number 10 could be 3 different plays. Team USA, LeBron James, 2-handed dunk. Dwayne Wade still rocking the crib. And then LeBron James back to pass, looking downfield. Kobe Bryant, touchdown. USA wins at 89-68.
Number 9, Tigers and Rays. Placido Polanco, that's popped up behind the home plate. Deanna Navarro's got the mask off. And he slides and makes the grab. And the Rays keep right on rolling. They win it 6-5 in extras to sweep the Tigers.
Number 8, Giants Padres. Benji Molina hits a knuckling line drive to center. Jody Garrett, nice adjustment to make the catch. Check it out again. That's a, okay. Padres win it 4-1.
Number 7, Bassmasters Elite Series in Lake Erie near Buffalo, New York. Kotaro Kiriyama of Moody, Alabama. 93 pounds, 6 ounces of smallmouth bass. All he needs now is some cornmeal, some hot grease, and a whole bunch of potato salad.
Come on, man, get some chitlins up in there, too. Number 6, Redskins Colts. Football's back. Jason Campbell, 20-yard touchdown pass. Antoine Randall Campbell, a perfect 5 of 5 passing.
Number 5, Haskell Invitational at Monmouth Park. Big day for Big Brown. Big Brown is back.
Big Brown, the number 4 horse, now number 4. White Sox Royals, what can White Sox do for you? John Buck, fly ball to center. Nick Swisher crashes into the wall, makes the catch. White Sox, though, lose to the Royals 14-3.
Number 3, Arena Football, this AF2. Chavis McAllister, the Bossier-Shreveport Battle Wings, that's Louisiana, returned 3 kickoffs for touchdowns, 51, 50, and 56 yards. 309 all-purpose yards for McAllister, and the Battle Wings beat the Lubbock Renegades in the first round of the AF2 playoffs. That is quite a day, 3 kickoffs for touchdowns in AF2.
Where's that team from?
Bossier Shreveport. That's northern Louisiana.
All right. Number 2, Indians twins. Denard span line drive left center where Grady Sizemore is. Why so serious? Sizemore full extension, but the Indians lost to the Twins 6-2.
Number 1, Brewers and Braves, Mark Kotsay over to Prince Fielder. And in time for the double play. Now, I know he's a vegetarian and all now, but that's still a whole lot to get up in the air, and he got it up there quickly, and he gets the number 1 spot.
He ain't the slimmest.
Sports in his top 10.
He ain't